Masechet Menahot Daf Ayin Vav Amud Aleph, 7 lines from the bottom. Amar Tovi Barakistan Shemul Ahmed Sha'afan Arba Halot. If someone baked the Suda bread is 4 loaves, Yatzai Yachayav. The course of Habin Nabri Mainim 4, you need 40. The mitzvah that the 40 is for the mitzvah. Not required though. We have to say Tilma from all 40. And if you do if you have 4 breads, the Gemara says maybe take one from each bread. One. You can't take a piece. You have to take a whole one. The Gemara says you can separate it while kneading it. Then you bake only 4 loaves. مثل يكون من حوض شريحة مش مدة حالتان أو من حال كمان the loaves was increased أو شميت مدة حالتان if you increased or decreased it كشر حوز من حفنين بحفتة كونين دول لحمين to the dessert seemingly excluding the to the bread as well. The Gemara says who Shmuel holds the market another divine tonight. Then it says كمان حوض شريحة من مدة حالتان ويأذر حالتان and من حالة was decreased or increased the حالات كشر حوز من حفنين بحفتة كونين دول يشمل من أفضل حيث ده هذا the second opinion. هنا من حوش ما فش ما خاط أخات. Someone made an oven baked mincha as 1 loaf. Yetza. My time why matzot ktiv. The word pasuk mentions matzot without the vav, seemingly even if it's missing. Atkif larabapa tama dektiv matzot. Maybe the only reason why you said it's because the matzot without the vav. Haktiv matzot said with the vav la. It would not be. فأنا أحمد the bread to the adjective matzot with the vav. أمر بتوي مر بكتمان أحمد تديش من أبراح ولا تابس. It's even good without that. The Gemara says, even though the vav. The Gemara says, "Havi pliga." Yeah, that's not choget. We had it before. It's actually not choget. They argue. Okay. Ha'omer haya b'havi Yisrael Yisrael saying the Omer Korban was 1 Yisrael of fine flour, which is sifted from 3 se'as. They used to make it very, very fine by sifting 3 se'as to take 1 Yisrael. Shtei lechem, shtei Yisraelim, mishasein. Shtei lechem was a little more, 2 Yisraelim from 3 se'as. Lechem benim esrim v'arba Yisraelim me'asrim v'arba sh'dayin lechem benim was 24 Yisraelim, 24 se'as. My time, why? Kevin the Adi, since the Omer comes from Nukra, which is more of the garbage pieces, Miseorin Atin also comes from barley, which also has more garbage. Isron move Harlo Ati Elamishlos, and therefore you can only get fine flour only from 3 sa'as. Next point, Shtei Alechem, Shtei Isronin, Mishlosh Sa'in. Gemara says, we said, Shtei Alechem is 2 to 3. Kevin the Atin, since it comes from wheat, doesn't have as much garbage. Even though it has new crop, which has more garbage. You still get 2 out of 3. Next one. 24, 24. My time of why? Since it's wheat and old crop, which with have reduced the amount of garbage. You could do 1-to-1 ratio. Any you increase the Isron, you decrease the pasul. Inside you increase this, you decrease the kasher. No mishnah. عمر أيام الوفاة ب13 نفاذ. Omer was sifted through 13 separate sifts. שתי לחם בשתי עשרה, שתי לחם had 12, ולחמים ב11, לחמים had 11. Rabbi Shimon says, לא ידען קצבה, there's no number. אלא סוד מנופם בכוס רחיים מביא, they would bring find the flour that was sifted as much as possible. שנאמר לקחת הסודות ואפית לאותה, עד שתהיה מנופה כוס רחה, as long as sifted, I don't care how many. תמרנם, בדקה בגסה. The flour was sifted through a sieve, through a thicker sieve and a thinner sieve, meaning like something that reminds me of like when you have like a bunch of change and you want to separate it. They have these filters, plastic items that you put through these trays with holes, and the coins fall to their appropriate spot. The top one is for the quarters; they don't go through, and then the next level is nickels, then then pennies and dimes. So that's the order of what they used to do. Okay. There was 13 separate cities in the Mikdash. Each one on top. It would go in order. The other opinion said it was thicker to thin, thick, thin. This one says no, in order. Elionah Lakotela is to be in the top one, takes the bran, the big pieces. Tanakh Klotetzelet, and the bottom one catches the fine flour, which makes more logical sense to us. The number Rabbi Shimon says, there's no number of sifters. The Gemara says the number one, fine flour you shall bake. Now mention Nikah, so let's take it when it's fine flour. How do you know that even if it's wheat and you can prepare it yourselves. So the Lamar V'lekachta, you can take it. You come home anyway, you get the wheat and the flour. Yeah, for if you're also the other stuff as well. You can buy wheat for like Korban Minchas. So Lamar Ota, it. Only the Panim Hisanan because of we want to save money. The Gemara says, my opinion, Hisan Sehon, what does that mean? Saving money. Mar Blazar, HaTorah Hasal Baron Shayisrael, Torah is worried about Bnei Israel's wealth, therefore let buy wheat for the Lachma Panim. Hechad Mizah, where we see this from? Tetiv, Veshkita et Ha'ida et Ve'iram. Pasuk says, he gave drink to the assembly and to the animals. Moshe Rabbeinu hit the rock. The Pasuk says, that you're able to give to the people and the animals. Hashem worries about our finances. The breads that were brought 5 Yerushalayim se'az, shehen shesh midabriyot, which are equivalent of 6 regular se'az. They're called wilderness, but it means outside Beit HaMikdash, or biblical rather. Shtei efot, 2 regular efaz, ha'efaz shlosh se'in, each efaz 3 se'az, esrim isaron, and 2 efaz equals 20 isaron. Asra la hametz v'asra la matzah, 10 we use for hametz breads and 10 for matzah breads. Asra la hametz isaron la hala, 10 isaron for the hametz breads came to an isaron per loaf, v'asra la matzah, 10 for the matzah, matzah shlosh minin, but inside 3 different types of matzahs. Halot rikikin urvucha, the halot rikikin and rivucha. The halot is the type of bread made by oil in the dough before you bake it. Rikakin is smeared after baked. And revuchas is boiled water bread. Matzah. Therefore, we have three and a 30 zron of flour per each type of matzah. And therefore, there were 3 matzahs per isaron. Umiday Yerushalayim hayu 30 kav, and in Yerushalayim they used to measure it 5 se'az to 30 kav. 15 hametz, 15 matzah, 15 for hametz, 15 for matzah. 15 hametz kav, 15 kav for the hametz. Bread came to approximately a kav and a half per loaf. 15 matzah, 15 kav for the matzah. Matzah shlosh minin, the matzah had 3 types of breads, like we said. Halot rukin and revucha, these 3 types, 10 per each. Nimtzu Hameshet kabin b'chol min, therefore we have 5 kav of flour per matzah. Ushtei halot lakav, and therefore that means there was 2 matzah per kav. HaTorah hayta ba'a hamesh se'in Yerushalayimot. We said the Torah had 5 Yerushalayim se'az, which is equal to 6 biblical. 2 efaz for each efaz 3 se'ah. Torah says the ephah and the tochen, the bat, should have the same amount value. Just like a bat is 3 se'ahs, so 2 ephah is 3 se'ahs. The bat is 3 se'ahs. If you wanted to make proof from the following pasuk, laset maaser hachomer habat, seemingly the chomer is 30 se'ah, therefore that bat in that pasuk, which is 10%, will be 3 se'ahs. That's not a good way to learn it from. Because but then you don't know how much a chomer is. This was over here as well. We don't know how much the chomer is to begin with. The Gemara says Ella me'achad different pasuk. The chok hashemin, the oil law. Habat hashemin, the bat is the amount of oil. Ma'aser habat min hakor, and the bat shall be 10% of the corn. Aseret habatim chomer ki aseret habatim chomer. The 10 bat is a chomer, and the 10 bat in a chomer. Seemingly saying outright that the bat is 1/10 of a core, and the core has 30 se'as, and therefore the bat equals 3 se'as. We'll stop here.